Hello guys, today I'm basically just going to talk. This isn't going to be scripted or anything, it's just from my heart to the internet, and I feel like I've been thinking about this topic for a pretty long time and I really need to just let it out somehow. Before I start this video, it is really important to me to say that whatever I'm going to say in this video is my own thoughts, my own opinions, and yeah, it's just my personal thoughts. I'm just gonna be brutal honest in this video, so I'm sorry if anyone feel like offended or anything. It's really not my intention to offend anyone with this video. It's, again, just my personal thoughts and I can't say it enough. So here we go. If you are following trans YouTubers out there, then you probably have at some point watched What Not to Say to Trans People video. I do not identify with those videos. Yes, I watched a bunch of them and I really agree with a lot of those things, but I could never make a video like that on my own. Yes, it is cool videos, but I just, those kind of videos also make me kinda annoyed. Yes, of course, sometimes it really hurts me when people says or ask about like anything of those kind of things that they list up in those kind of videos, because after all it is a reminder that I am a transgender, that I am different, but also I feel like I really need that reminder sometimes. I need to hear, or I need to understand that I'm different, because in my personal experience, the longer I've been out as trans and the longer I've been on testosterone, really like makes it harder for myself to accept that I am transgender, that I am different from all the other cis men out there. And really, I am super proud of being transgender. There is a reason why I have this channel, because I'm proud of myself and I want to reach out to other people in a similar situation and show them that it is okay to be transgender, and it's something that you absolutely can be proud of and accept who you are. That is like my point. At least I do. I accept who I am and I'm not afraid to face those kind of questions, or I'm not afraid to face, I don't know what you would call it, insults or anything against like trans people. If someone comes to me and asks me about my birth name, of course, ask. I'm like, all of those questions and things, just ask. Don't be afraid to ask me questions. Don't be afraid to step on my toes. Of course, you think as a normal human, and also treat me as a normal human. But also don't be afraid to talk to me because I'm transgender. Of course, it isn't the wisest choice to call a trans guy by his birth name or the wrong pronouns or anything like that, but we are just humans and humans makes mistakes, and I am a human and I make mistakes all the time, and I'm flipping proud of it, because it's nothing that teaches us more than doing mistakes. Like, we learn so much of it, and that's kind of what I'm trying to say. Don't be afraid to do mistakes, at least not to me. Like, if someone comes to me and calls me by the wrong pronouns or the wrong name or anything, like or asks about what I have in my pants, or just anything that you can imagine that's listed up in those kind of videos and all of that kind of stuff, like, just don't be afraid to say those things or ask me that kind of things, because either I will correct you, or I will answer you, or I will just say that it's too uncomfortable for me to talk about. Most likely I won't, because I'm very open when it comes to my situation as a trans guy. Also, I feel that those kind of videos, they are like, what not to say to trans people, and I'm like, I am a trans guy. I am in that category. I'm a part of the trans people. I'm like, I didn't sign up for this. Like, I didn't sign up for anyone to talk on behalf of me. Do you not say this to Jonas? And I'm like, yes. Do you ask me those questions? Rather ask me those kind of questions than not talking about it. Don't be scared to talk to me about my situation as a transgender. I really, really appreciate to educate people in this topic. And if people are supposed to like be scared to ask me about certain things or to say the wrong things all the time, I'm like, then they will never be educated, because they will always be scared of saying something wrong. And if they never says anything wrong, then they will never do like mistakes, and I would never have the opportunity to educate them in that kind of way. I just feel like it's kind of frustrating. What I feel is like people out there, basically they type in and search for like to get educated about this topic, and then they find videos about what they shouldn't say to trans people, and then it's like, okay. So I shouldn't ask about that, and say that, and that. It just kind of frustrates me that so many trans guys out there are talking on behalf of all trans guys or trans women or whatever, and I don't identify with what they're saying at all. As I said in the beginning of this video, of course, if somebody calls me by the wrong pronouns, of course it can and it most likely will hurt me, especially if I'm having a really bad day, but most likely I will understand the mistakes, because I most likely done some of them myself, and it is a hard situation to know someone who is transgender, because if you, like, you're always kinda worried about saying or doing something that will hurt that person. But if you are watching this video and you know me, then I just want to say, don't worry about it. Ask me whatever you want, because I really understand. And as long as I know that you are trying somehow, then I will accept it and I understand it, and I will probably try to educate you more about the topic, and you will learn. Of course, there can be like trolls out there who are saying the wrong pronouns and really are denying the fact that there exists trans people. Like, they are just saying the wrong pronouns and saying the wrong name and just all of this kind of shit. But most of those people are on the internet, and those people we can just ignore. Very few people would actually dare to stand up in front of you face to face and call you by the wrong pronouns and that kind of stuff on a purpose. And if they do, either, as I said, they're just denying the fact, and then, I don't know, you could use that as an opportunity to help the world and help that person by teaching him or her or they or whatever more about transgender topic. But those guys, those trolls, they are not what this video is about. This video is about that I don't want anyone to be scared or worried or nervous or anything. I don't want them to think too much before talking to me. Like, of course, think and pay me respect as a normal human being, but you don't have to treat me like a special person. You can ask me whatever you want, and I know you wouldn't ask a cis man what he has in his pants, but again, I am accepting that I'm a trans guy, and I'm accepting that I'm not born with like a small mini, yeah, and I am also okay with talking about that. And also when it comes to, like, for example, birth name, then I'm not ashamed in any way of my birth name. Actually, I love it. I had my birth name for over 20 years of my life, and it is a huge part of me. I don't want to erase that part of me, because once I had that girl name, and that's who I am, who I was. Now, of course, I'm Jonas, and in some way I can say that I've always been Jonas, but I've also had another name, and I've also... Yeah, oh Jesus, what an emotional video. Sorry, so sorry. I didn't have any intention of this being so emotional, but yeah, obviously it's something I've been thinking about for a very, very long time. So if you ever watch any of those What Not to Say to Trans People videos out there, then yes, I'm pretty sure that many trans people out there can identify with those videos, but I don't. And I'm probably like the only trans guy out there who doesn't, but it's an honest case. It's important for me to let it out there because I want to help people, and if people are afraid to ask for help, then it makes it difficult for me. I really don't want people to worry about stepping on people's toes all the time. Like me, I'm a trans guy. I'm a transgender, and I am very often terrified to step on anyone's toes. It's something that I'm thinking about pretty often, that, wow, I don't know how to put the words together so no one will be offended. It's really stressful. The world today is so flipping insane. I mean, no matter what you say or what your opinions are, somehow someone out there in the world will be offended of it. The world is so weird. I just kind of wanted to say that as a trans guy, I rarely get offended. Either it's just a troll, or it's somebody I know who don't know too much about the topic, and then I need to give them more knowledge. So yeah, that's about it. Okay, so yeah, I'm so sorry that this video was literally all over the place. And again, I just can't say it enough. What I've just said in this video, it's just my personal opinions and thoughts and experience around these kind of videos. I'm kind of nervous to upload this because I don't know what the reactions to it will be. I don't know, I'm just myself, and that is the most important thing, right? If you've stuck with me through this whole video, then I just want to say thank you for listening to me. It means a lot. I really hope that you have a wonderful day and that I will see you again in my next video. Goodbye.